Cooking with Fatscraps. I'm an okay cook sharing tasty recipes. Today's tasty recipe I'm going to show you is what we call Steve's rice. Again, how that ever came about, I don't know. But it's basically a really easy rice pilaf. And all you're going to need for this is some very finely diced onion, some olive oil, some rice, some broth, and then what we put in ours is a little bit of French thyme, a little bit of basil, a little bit of oregano. As this is heating up, let's get the onions started. So I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil in here. I want to remind you that if you're kind of health conscious, the only two fats that you should really put into your body is olive oil and butter, believe it or not. But you do what you would like, and if it makes you feel good, great. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start sauteing these onions just a little bit. Now, if you've never made rice before, except if you just buy the packaged stuff and you pop in your microwave or whatever. If you've never made rice before, it is the easiest thing to do. The basic rule of thumb is that for every part rice, you need 2 parts liquid. So if you have a cup of rice, you're going to need 2 cups of liquid. That's it. Then you simmer it for 15 minutes on low and covered, and then you just turn off the heat and let it sit for another 15 minutes or so, and voila, you got some great rice. Okay, so our onions are sauteing here, and they're burning faster than all get out, so let's just turn this down just a tad. Now, the difference between making just regular rice and rice pilaf is that you actually saute the rice. And what that does, I think, is just kind of make it even more creamy and smooth than regularly making it. So, now, what I learned a long time ago, and I want you to learn from my mistakes. Okay, so I am sauteing the rice. It's not, you don't hear it frying or anything, but this is hot. This is hotter than the hubs of heck, like I like to say. And so when it's time to add the liquid, be very careful, because you're adding water to grease, and you know what that means is that it can just instantaneously blow up. I've had it where where I poured it in too fast and it just bubbled over and made a huge mess. So just please be careful with that. Okay, we're going to saute this just for a little bit more, and we'll be right back. All right, our rice has been sauteing in the olive oil and the onions for not even hardly a minute, but just a little bit. My drink of choice today, because it's very cold outside, is a great Guinness Extra Stout. I always love these dark beers on a cold night. So here's to your health. Okay, here comes the one dangerous part of this whole operation, is adding your liquid. So I got a cup of rice, and so then I'm going to use 2 cups of broth. We want to bring this to a boil, and I will add a little bit of basil, a tiny little bit of thyme, and a little bit of oregano. And that's it. So once this comes to a boil, I am going to cover it, and I'm going to simmer it on low for about 15 minutes, and then we'll come right back. Okay, Steve's rice is done. We simmered it about 15 minutes. It's been setting for actually about 20 minutes. It's fine, it stays hot. Let's see how this looks. Oh my gosh, it is always great to open that up. We'll give her a little stir here. Nice. It's full of moisture, it's not too dry, it smells wonderful. As you can see, I am cooking some leather chicken here, and that's what we're going to have this with. But this goes with almost anything. It goes well with pork, chicken, steak, whatever. So let's see how this looks. Very nice. Bon appetit.